All right, we are ready to start section 3. We're going to grab a corner. I have put my color number, this is color number 3 that was chosen. We also have color number 5 coming out today. And then our stabilizing, I brought out the purple. Now that purple's a little thin. I might hold 2 of those together. So, all right, to start this section, which is the mixed cluster, we are going to slip stitch into that corner section, our little corner point there, and give me a single crochet. Okay. Now back in there, I don't think I want to have that single crochet mean anything right there. So here into the corner space, we are going to put 2 half doubles. 2 a dam. 1. I'm going to try this hook today. I don't know if I have handy dandy right there if this hook doesn't. I'm trying, this is a nice hook. It's really cushiony and it works nicely with things like this, the cotton knot, but not acrylics. Not things that are fuzzy. It kind of sticks because it's rubbery. All right, so here coming right into the corner, you can see, move our little stitches out of the way. You don't want to miss that first stitch coming out of the corner, okay? So I apologize for the light. I'm still trying to get this figured out, and I do want to get one more light and we'll get better. All right, so in that very first stitch, we are going to yarn over. We're going to go into it, and we're going to pull up a loop. We have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and go through 2 of those, and then we're going to hold. Okay, then we're going to slide over here. We are going to yarn over. We are going to skip 1, and then we are going to put our hook through there and pull up a loop. Okay, we have 4. Yarn over, go into that same stitch, and pull up another loop. So you've pulled up 2 loops in that same stitch. There we have 6 loops on our hook. We are going to yarn over and pull through all of them, and then we are going to chain 1 to lock it. Okay, that is the first mixed cluster. Crystal has a great tutorial for this in beanie style and just regular tutorial. I'm not trying to do a tutorial for this. I'm just showing you guys where, how I put that beautiful stitch into my blanket. Okay, so I'm just going to do a few and then I'm going to leave you to go all the way around. So again, yarn over, go back into the same stitch and pull up a loop, and then go through the first 2 and hold. Yarn over, skip 1, go into the next one and pull up a loop. Okay, then yarn over, go into that same stitch, pull up another loop and hold. You've got 6 loops. Go through all of them and then chain 1 to close. Okay, I'm going to let you zoom all the way to the end doing that, and then we will meet up. I'll do just a couple of more and then we'll do that because it's getting to be a long row. All right, so into that same stitch that we just finished, we are going to go, we're going to go in there and pull up a loop. I might have to go back to my other hook and go through your 2 and hold. Then yarn over, skip 1 into that next. We're going to pull up 2 loops, yarn over, pull up another loop, 1, 2. You have 6 loops, pull through all of them, and then chain 1 to close. Okay, let's do one more and then we're going to ready, set, go. Yarn over, go into the same stitch. This is worked over 2 stitches, actually 3 stitches, I apologize. Skip 1, yarn over, go into the next, and pull up loop, yarn over, pull up another loop. 6 of them, pull them through, cap it off, ready to go. All right, so I'm gonna go ready, set, go, and zoom all the way to the end till we get to the end, because I'm going to show you something with this row. This is one of the rows that I was going to tell you we may have to manipulate the last stitch a little bit. Okay, so I will see you in a minute. Ready, set, go. Okay, my loves, we're coming to the end here. I've got 2 stitches before we get to the corner, and I just wanted to show you, if you come to this corner and for some reason you only have 1 stitch, just do a half double crochet and then go into your corner. Here the numbers turned out okay for me, so I'm able to just finish. So here we're at the last stitch, the last little cluster, and we do start to do our double crochet and hold, yarn over, skip 1, and in the last one we're going to do our 2 yarn overs to pull up our 2 loops. We have our 6 and we're going to go through all 6. and we are going to chain 1 to close. Then here we're going to jump right to that chain 2 corner space and do 2 doubles, or 2 half doubles, chain 2, 2 half doubles. And then we'll do it again. We'll just go all the way around the next 2 corners. I'll do this one right here with you, right out of the corner. Remember, we're going to start, don't miss that one. You can see from your posts right there. Look at your stitch anatomy. You've got one there. If you come over to this one, see, you've passed that up. So you need to get that one right there. So get that one right out of the corner. Double and hold. My little tail out of the way. Yarn over, skip 1 into that one, pull up 2 loops. Yarn over, pull up another loop. There's our 6, chain, and then chain 1 to close. Okay, I'm going to zoom to the end. All right, you guys can get that one. And you know what, like I said, Crystal has a really good pattern tutorial for that one, but that's how we're going to put this into my blanket. So, and yeah, that's one of my favorite stitches. I use it a lot. And a lot of when I'm just playing around making beanies. But anyway, ready, set, go. Okay, everybody, we are back to the beginning. And what we did was I went all the way around. And then because I'm going to change colors, I chained 2 and then slip stitched into that first half double crochet. If you're going to continue by doing the same color, I would suggest maybe do a half double crochet into that first one. That kind of leaves you ready to start into your corner again. So we are going to turn our work and then grab a corner, and into this corner we are going to do a slip stitch. Let me do this. Okay, and with now I've got my red, which is number 5 on there. I hope everybody's having a good time. Now we are going to chain, you know what, I'm going to just chain 1 there. Now I'm going to put 2 half double crochets in that corner. That'll be the first or the last half of our corner. Okay, now here, this stitch is, you know, looking at it this way, you're like, where do I go? This is where it's very easy to see where you go by just turning. You can see your V's and where you go, clearly where those stitches are, okay? So right here, first thing we want to do is go into our first, excuse me, our first half double right there, okay? And you have to make sure that you're not missing it. I see how I pulled my stuff out of the way, and it really made that stitch right there pop out. That's a chain. It's this little thing right there. You see it? Okay, that's where we want to go with our first half double. Oops, let me tighten that up a little bit. And then if you have problems seeing where you want to go, just flip it up. But we're going to half double in all these stitches. Where do I go? That's our little chain 1 right there. Turn it to see my V. And then you'll get to know, excuse me, that's like the top. There we go. There's our little, sometimes it's a little snug to get in there. Do you see that where I went? Again, if you turn it upwards, when I get to another one of those caps, I'll show you. Okay, so you see how you turn right there? You can clearly see that stitch right there. So, and when you turn it sideways, it looks like it's really small, but we want to go in there. Okay, and we want to go right there. And we want to go back into that little thing. So again, if you're always, I find myself doing it a lot too. Especially if I make one of those little, where I capped it off, if I made it too tight, that stitch can get little and it's hard to see. So I kind of work with my work kind of up for this one, so you can see the top of the stitch. I tried to get a little closer for the camera for you on this one. All right. So again, right into those tops. See, because if you're looking at this way, I want to go here and I want to go here and I want to go here. No, that would have been like doubling up your stitches. See? Flick it and get that V. There you go. All right, all the way to the end. And then you're going to put two half doubles, chain two half doubles in the corner, and I'll meet you at the other end. That is the repeat. It's one row with the mixed clusters, turn your work, a row of half doubles, turn back, a row, and then I think I'm going to do 4. Remember, we want to measure about, at this point, let's shoot for 6.5, 7 inches. Okay, so you guys ready, set, go. And you go and work your clusters and your half doubles. And I will meet you at the stabilizing row. Okay, I'm going to be working quite a bit. It's almost 9 o'clock at night. So I'm going to work on which will probably be 4 rows, close to 3 or 4 rows. So you can see how many inches that one's already measuring. All right, and then sometimes if you see this little loopy loop, I stick my hook into the cluster and just kind of floof it a little bit. Sometimes those stitches get pulled a little tight. If you're doing your yarn overs too loose, that happens. You just kind of pull on the stitch a little bit and then go like that, and it goes, and it kind of tightens it up a little bit. Okay. All right, well, we'll see you back in a little bit, which is going to be like multi-second for you, and for me, it's probably going to be like 2 hours. Okay, bye. Ready, set, go. Hello, my loves. I'm popping in real quick as I'm working along here. You can see I'm in the second little repeat. And I was coming up on a corner that was where we joined, and it looked a little fiddly. So I thought I would pop here real fast and show you kind of how I figure out what that mangle of, what is that? It's like, what is that? Okay, so right now I'm in the second half of my corner, so I'm going to do my last half doubles. There's my last 2. Now, I'm coming out of this corner. Now look, see, let's look at the anatomy. That is the starting of the cluster. See, and we've got 2, we know we have 2 half doubles in that corner space. You can see that's the corner space. So when I'm looking at this, it kind of looks a little like, where do I go? See your little tail right there? You're going to want to go in that little hole right there. Do you see that? That is your first stitch. So you grab that, get your tail out of the way, plug that in. Sorry if I'm talking too loud. And see this next one, there's your second half double. So that's our last corner that we did on the last row. And now see how the stitches change? Now we're into the clusters. All right, so keep going. I'm right here now with 2 of the repeats. I'm at about 4 inches. So I'm gonna do a total of 4 repeats. So let's keep going. So row of the mixed cluster, row of half doubles. And then you can change your colors like I have, or you can keep them solid. All right, zoom, zoom. See you at the end. Ready, set, go. Okay, chugging and plugging along. Just wanted to show you guys something. So on this first row of red, I turned and went to the back side of the work. On this row here, I forgot to turn. So yes, it does look different. If you want this little third bar to show, you have to turn. If you don't turn, the third bar is in the back. So I just want to show, I'm not frogging that. I'm leaving it. It looks fine, but it does look different. So turning your work on these half double rows, I kind of like this little bar that it created from the third loop. So either way, doesn't matter. Still works, still looks good. But yeah, so either turn or don't turn on your half doubles. Okay, back to it. Almost done. Hello, my loves. And so I am coming around now, just finished up 3 repeats. So I have 3 rows of the mixed clusters and 3 rows of my half double crochets. And now for the stabilizing row, as I was getting out my purple, and someone did mention, Jax, I don't think that's DK. That's that, what is it, the Hobie cotton. I had my label. But when I was taking this apart to, use it, it says it's a 1 weight. I don't quite agree. Holding it next to this is the ice jeans. They are almost identical. I will admit the purple cotton, Hobie cotton, is just a smidgen, just a smidgen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook down to an H. I'm going down from a 5.5I that I was using with DK weight yarn to an H 5mm. Okay, so this is our stabilizing row, and now this is our twins in a stitch. So we're gonna get this on. I've got my little corner. Oh, and I did measure. I measured. I am at about 6 inches right now. So that is why instead of single crochets like we did here, I'm gonna do half doubles for the twins in a stitch. So into our corner space here. And I have to give my brother so much credit for that. Juan and his twins in a stitch. I heard that the first time and I was hooked. I was like, that is perfect. Oh my gosh, I love it. Because I like to say that too now. So anyway, give me 2 half doubles into your corner space. We're doing our first half of that corner. And then here into this first stitch, we're actually going to skip it. So skip that first stitch, and into the next, we are going to do 2 half double crochets. Okay. Then in the next, we are going to skip it and go into the, and then, I'm sorry, we're going to skip the next and then go in and do 2 half doubles. Skip one, into the next, twins. And that's all it is. You're skipping that stitch, and instead of putting your half double there, you're putting it in this one. So it's just like you skip that stitch so you can put it in double into the next, keeping our math in a line. Okay, so skip 1, 2. Skip 1, 2. Okay, you see that? Skip 1 and 2. All right, so I hope you guys are getting this. I went really zoomy through Crystal's little thing there. I don't know if that was her pattern or not, but I wasn't trying to do a tutorial. So if you guys need practice on that mixed cluster, either rewind and just watch me do it, or Crystal has a beautiful tutorial that I will link in the description. So I am just gonna go all the way around with 2 half doubles in a stitch, skip 1, 2 half doubles in the next. And then when you get to the end, if you come to the end and you do your 2 half doubles and you're in the last stitch and there's no stitch to skip, just skip it. It all comes out in the end. We're just gonna put it over there. So for people that are really like stringent on counts, I don't think I counted a single row here. You know what row I counted? The very first row. That's all I counted. I just watch it. You know, if it starts to get ribbony or ruffly or puckered, you know that that's a little too tight. But anyway, so keep going around. Too tight or too loose, really. I mean, that's practice. Just practice, practice, practice. Keep doing stitch tutorials. That's the best way. Anyway, so all the way around, 2 half doubles, chain 2, 2 half doubles. And then at the very end, I don't know if I've been telling us our ends. How dare I? In my recipe, I am doing, because I really changed colors like almost every row. But what I like to do is after the 2 last half doubles, I do a chain 2 and then slip stitch. If I'm going to keep going with the same color, I like to do either the half double or the chain 1 and then single crochet. And then keep going. I like to do half corners. I do the fault line in the corner. So I'm gonna finish this. And then in a second, when it's been, because we got this thing, she's getting big. We're at 20 inches now. Well, after this row, we'll be really close to 20 inches, I believe. But I'm gonna finish that last purple row and give you some pictures and say bye-bye. All right, we'll see you next week, and definitely see you Saturday at 11 a.m. And we'll talk all of the things, all of the beautiful things.